Welcome to Nordic Fairy Tales. If you enjoy dark stories and folklore, please click subscribe. It really means a lot to us. And if you have a suggestion for our next tale, we'd love to hear it in the comments. Now, shall we start? Prologue. The Disappearance. Rain hammered against the old stone bridge, turning the cobbles slick and black. The river below roared, swollen from days of storm, its voice a deep, endless growl. A man ran across, his boots splashing through puddles. His breath came in short, panicked bursts. Behind him the shadows shifted. From the far end of the bridge a voice rose above the rain, software familiar. "Eric!" The man slowed, blinking water from his eyes. "Eric, answer me!" The voice grew clearer. It was warm and coaxing, yet there was something wrong. The man turned, peering into the darkness. A pale hand emerged from the shadows, wet, thin, trembling. Before he could speak, the hand lunged forward. A scream split the storm, cut short as his body was yanked backward into the blackness. The river swallowed the sound. When the lightning flashed, the bridge was empty. Chapter 1. The storm returns. It had been 5 years since Henrik's brother Eric drowned in the river, or so the village believed. But whispers told a different story, that Eric had been called from the bridge that night, that he had answered, that the river had claimed him, not as water claims the drowned, but as something else claims its own. The old stone bridge still stood just outside the village. Its arches were black with moss, the stones slick with age. Few dared to cross it after sunset. Even in daylight, people walked quickly, eyes down, never lingering in the centre. That evening the storm returned. Black clouds rolled over the mountains and the wind carried the smell of the river, damp, metallic, and cold. Chapter 2. The Voice. Henrik was walking home from the neighbour's farm, head down, coat pulled tight against the downpour. His boots sank into the soft, muddy road. That's when he heard it. "Henrik!" He froze. Rain pounded against his hat. The wind rattled the bare branches above. Then it came again, faint but cutting through the storm like a thread of ice. "Henrik!" His eyes turned toward the bridge in the distance, just barely visible through the rain and mist. The voice was familiar. Eric's voice. Chapter 3. The Approach. He told himself it was the wind, the river, the echo of memory. But the voice came again, louder this time, laced with desperation. "Henrik, help me!" Henrik's heart pounded. His hands clenched into fists. His boots squelched through puddles as he moved toward the bridge. The lanterns at each end swayed in the wind, their light flickering over the wet stones. The closer he came, the colder the air grew, and the stronger the smell of river water became. It wasn't just cold. It was the kind of cold that seeped into bone. Chapter 4. The Crossing. Henrik stepped onto the bridge. The stones gleamed under the lantern light, water running between the cracks. Beneath him, the river boiled, frothing white against black rocks. At the far end, in the shadow of the arch, stood a figure, bent, dripping, motionless. Henrik's voice trembled. "Eric?" The figure raised its head slowly. The features were hidden in shadow, but the voice was unmistakable. "Answer me, Henrik." Chapter 5. The Silence. Henrik's breath came fast. He stepped forward, one careful foot after the other, until he was halfway across. The figure vanished. "Henrik!" The whisper came from behind him. Hot breath grazed his neck. His body locked in terror. He turned slowly. A pale, dripping face stared back at him, the eyes dark as the river at midnight. A scream tore through the rain. The river below swallowed the sound. When the storm passed, the bridge was empty once more. Thank you for listening to this episode of Nordic Fairy Tales. If you liked the video, would you please consider subscribing as it helps us with making more. Thank you, and have a good night.